All right, everybody, settle down. Who is ready to get their oogles spoogled? Yeah?
I am.
Yeah.
Getting some blues in chat. I love that.
We the ghost
I'm
hunters?
ready.
Booga booga.
We, in a weird way, you're not wrong. This was
gonna
our
call?
last save. Who you gonna call? Apparently Casey and Stella and Kaneeka and a whole bunch of ghost hunters. We have so many ghost hunters.
You're gonna call the Gorls.
the Gorls. We have so many ghost hunters tonight, and I'm very excited about
Boston
it.
makes them feel good.
And we're gonna pop right back in. If you'll remember, we
That'll-
had a bit of a
That'll
bit of a
do
beach
that.
episode with going around and getting more information. We met Mayor Jimmy the dog, and we had dinner at Reese's house, which ended in some very, very concerning tummy troubles for our dear buddy Reese. And now we're gonna hop back in to the beginning of ghost hunting. We are standing outside of the library town hall Oscar's home. And we are back in. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. Let's enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left.
Hey, Oscar, you back yet?
You can't yell at Barry, it's against the rules.
It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain.
Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight.
How's she doing?
She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on her stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now.
I'm glad she's back home at least. And we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. I got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for the ritual.
And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriot at your side. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, with a spirit or scoundrel.
Oh, and Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy.
Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. You just have the stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something?
Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines.
Excuse me?
I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go into light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again.
Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff?
Avery! Glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry.
Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two.
Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight.
Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your base.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
You know me, Kaneeka. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday. And that mine of only collapsing after 100 years while y'all were there. I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now.
There's something back there. I can feel it.
Really? This is so exciting. I can't wait to finally see a ghost.
Yeah, exciting's a word.
As someone here for the thrill of being terrified, it's the word I'm here for.
We'll see how you two feel about that once things get started.
Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget about your promise, Stella.
Zane! Glad you could make it.
I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for some answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts!
Oh my, oh my. This is certainly a lot of humans for one little ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening. Whatever that foul creatures lurk in the shadows, just to prey on someone else.
Hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and...
That's everyone.
Wait, what about Tabby?
What about her? She's not here. Let's get started.
I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here.
Well, if y'all are itching to get started, let's through the back. Follow me.
Nolan?
Hey, human. Get those stairs, okay? I miss my special tree.
You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction, connecting Oscar's house and the library.
Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect.
Hey! You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes.
Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up?
Yo.
Rosalina.
Ooh. I'm debating between these two. I'm gonna let Oscar handle this. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this.
I've done enough resting. If it's not like it's not like hobbling around in the library and it ain't different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home.
Let the pup come. It's best to give her the chance to face her own obstacles head on. Think of her an old soul like me.
You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed.
I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest.
Oscar sighs.
The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along. But if you get tired, or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away.
Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back.
You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again. Like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know.
Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural.
None of my equipment is picking up on anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence.
You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall.
Oscar and Kaneeka startle as the door swings open.
Hold it. You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me.
Tabby!
I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Casey. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you're be going tonight so that I didn't have to waste my time looking for you.
Great, she made it.
Wow, Casey. You really brought the whole gang together today.
I have every right to be here, Kaneeka. My family built this place, you know.
Yeah, I know. We all know. You see, what made you think inviting her was a good idea?
She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt.
Yeah, I'm looking out for my cousin. If y'all are gonna drag Casey into dangerous situations every night, you'll have to deal with having a chaperone. Got it?
Okay, sure. Mine was definitely dangerous. But a haunted house? Come on, this is one of the least dangerous things someone can do. It's basically a slumber party.
I don't know, Kaneeka. I usually don't see much action out in the woods, and you know Casey and I both wound up in a pretty hairy situation Monday night. I don't think we can rule out the possibility of grave danger.
Exactly. I'm not underestimating how much danger Casey can find herself in, even while walking through a perfectly normal house.
Sounds like we're in for an interesting night.
I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama.
I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around.
Oh dear. Could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful trill.
Wait, Is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder?
It sure does. I definitely feel that.
Same. I've got chills.
The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house.
Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for my posterity.
Is that it? This isn't very scary.
Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it?
I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out.
Wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library.
Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it.
Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost.
We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room.
Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right?
What? Are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up.
Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly are we gonna get rid of it if we find one?
Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars. For ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave.
Ouija board's super cursed. Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something?
Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties.
That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? You make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win.
I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse.
Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out.
Okay.
Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing.
Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me.
Whoa.
Here's the stain.
Sorry, David, can you take that line again?
This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain.
What do you mean, this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven!
Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet?
Have you seen your house?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either.
Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count. It just keeps coming back.
It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here.
Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to.
Oh, good idea.
I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before.
You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha.
Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things.
If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest.
The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Something is crying out for help.
Huh. You might be onto something, Casey. I wonder if the blood spells something out on the floor underneath. Have you tried tearing up the carpet?
In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying property.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor?
To agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea.
Only one way to be sure.
Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet.
Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all.
Oh dear.
You're doing the government a favor, really.
We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it.
Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained and reddish brown.
After all, what if somebody lives down there?
Okay. Maybe I don't want to sleep in here.
We're going down there, right?
Of course we are. This is even better than finding a message.
But there's no basement in this house. At least, we weren't told about a basement.
And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it.
Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound.
Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever is underneath that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North is red as dirt. It's as simple as that.
It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it.
Well, you tested it
Well,
wrong.
you tested wrong. It can't be blood, right?
Kaneeka's right. You've got a muddy floor. And that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem.
No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there.
I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there.
Have you considered they may have been sealing it up because it's unsafe?
Uh-oh. Do you think, like, the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice.
I'm going for it.
You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least, physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder. There's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left.
How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something?
Okay, what the hell is going on?
Maybe it's another gas pocket, or mold. Or something shaken loose by the collapse yesterday. I don't know. This isn't exactly a normal occurrence for me. Now let's get the hell out of here before the bad air gives us brain damage.
Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it.
Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go.
No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there.
Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door.
The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze.
This...
Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing the scratchy shadow in the distance?
You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time?
Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods.
Ew.
Did we die?
Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look... Wait, do you hear music?
Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention.
Stella?
Who are you? What are you doing on my property?
Huh?
Eddie? It's Charlie.
What?
Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore.
Edwardine? Eddie, you've got to be kidding me.
This isn't Stella. This is the lover.
What are you talking about?
Look, I'm just telling you what I know, and what I know is that this isn't Stella right now. This is the lover.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna pretend that you didn't say anything then.
I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do.
Ah, crud, I think I missed a line.
Oh, I get it. You two rehearsed this little scene just to freak out your cousin. Cool! You can stop now. I get the picture.
Come with me, Eddie. Haven't you always wanted to see the coast? Now's your chance. We can just leave.
Yeah, you two rehearsed this.
Off.
I can't. It's not easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy. And now, I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie.
Shut up. Shut up.
She can't. She's clearly possessed.
By what?
Edwardine Scarlet? Tabitha tenses.
You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it.
I'll get you out of here, Stella. I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room.
Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens.
We have to go after Stella.
Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden, greenhouse, whatever this is.
She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came.
Where did the annex go?
I open the door. You step forward and open the door. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined.
Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through.
Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect.
Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm...
Your cousin's cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call.
Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own.
Jules, this one's you.
Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry!
Jesus! Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me.
Maybe we should run him out on the rail, too. Make an example of the whole family.
Charlie, and now Junior.
Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person.
Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time.
We children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury.
Oh.
The mob is talking about the collapse, right?
Is that who you think that little girl is? But yeah, I think you're right.
Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing.
Others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burnt up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours?
This is despicable. Charles Shaw wasn't even responsible for the mine collapse in the first place.
Excuse me? Even if that were true, stuff that happened a century ago is irrelevant. You and I have nothing to do with it.
I think the ghosts might feel differently.
Well, then the ghosts need to let it go and move on to wherever just ghosts go when they're done being pissed off.
Me boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders!
Don't talk to my son like that.
Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave.
It wants revenge on our family. That's why we aren't possessed.
But neither of us have done anything wrong. It's been over 100 years since the collapse.
It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones. Even better than these.
Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you!
The mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void.
We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell.
There's so many ditchlings here.
Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were too scared to come back to the estate on Monday.
Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Who did you call on the phone earlier?
Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through. So we're on our own.
Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know?
We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, as far as we can tell, and whatever we saw in this room at least happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do, maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape.
You're right. There's only one way to get out of this. Shall we?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massively in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond.
What magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry!
You poor dear. Look at me, fiddling around town. Like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you?
Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either.
Who's this one supposed to be? The nosy neighbor?
There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is with me. You know, I never did the Scarlets did to the family what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just how lovely would it be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it?
So, Edwardine and Charlie...
Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles.
I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for a desire, as you well know. It's not. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, hold over her. Makes you neither of you are ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. You want that to be the two of you.
What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha?
Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I don't know much besides that, so don't bother asking.
We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Tabitha stares ahead in riveted silence.
The powers at work here are stronger than even your love can withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler.
The witch mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty.
Everything you need to know is on that map.
I don't understand. Is this a map? And some kind of poem?
Read what I've written down, and be careful. Both of you, I hope you get your happiness.
And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs.
Oh, okay. Let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever.
Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay.
There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they?
Are you Sam Wayne, or are you something else?
Stop! Stop asking it questions! Just stop interacting with the thing at all, okay?
So cold, Tabitha. After everything we've been through, to have you treat me like a stranger.
Shut up!
What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Casey. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon. If she makes it out of here alive.
Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along.
Stella?
Tabitha, who the hell is he?
If you see it again, ignore it. Or better yet, run away. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out.
The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor, lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way.
I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, say it now.
As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. The father lies at its center, looking pitifully small.
I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now.
Oscar, I'm so sorry.
This looks especially painful. Like on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying. I wonder if he can even hear us.
Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back.
Oh, what bullshit.
Something on your mind?
It was Charles Shaw's fault. It's just a fact.
That's not what I saw in the mines yesterday.
What the hell are you talking about?
There was a stone carving that gave me a vision of what actually happened in the collapse. Your cousin breaks her gaze to survey her surroundings.
I guess that's not entirely out of the question. Still, are you gonna believe some weird, otherworldly vision more than your own family? This isn't just something I was told. It's in the history books.
You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back out there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer.
I'll see what I can do. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Damn it, boy, I may not have till the morning. Promise me you'll go back. And at the very least, show that Enoch bastard what for.
I promise. I'll go back. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him.
This ghost is so full of it.
Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both of you. And the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you.
Climbing the trellis again. Very Romeo and Juliet of you.
I think this one's actually Avery, sorry. He's in the corner here.
No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave.
What the hell is the entity?
Why should I know? I don't have your weird thing with people's names.
No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw.
I'm not him.
A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now, it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little tryst bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out?
Tabitha's eyes go wide. Fruit as in...
Shh. Let it talk. I think this might be important.
You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine.
The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. There's so many locks I can't free you, if that's what you're after.
Stop talking. We might miss something.
That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now.
Absolutely not. I'm not leaving without her, especially if what you say is true.
This guy has nobody to blame but himself. You're that ghost! You were given every warning. You could have just left!
Can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there?
You're wrong. I know it's possible. I've that weird map, I've the spell or whatever it is. Me and her are gonna get out of here.
Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting.
Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it.
Stella!
I promise we'll figure out how to free you soon, Stella. There can't be much more to these memories.
I hope we do.
How does it know that?
This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick.
Do you know where in the estate we're supposed to be right now?
If this is even a real place and not some sort of garbled mess of metaphor and memory, it would probably be in the Forbidden Wings, at least going off of the location of the windows. It's been sealed off for at least a decade, though. There's no point thinking about it, okay? I don't want you getting any ideas and sneaking around and falling to your death through a hole in the floor. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully.
You and Tabitha walk after Stella into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. The lover stares through you as an indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table.
I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room.
Yeah.
They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them.
I guess we're supposed to be kids now.
Yeah, I guess this is before everything else we saw. Hopefully that means it's almost over.
I'll try to keep it away from my brothers. so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people.
If we're nearing the end of things, do we have a plan yet?
If you're asking that question, then the answer is no. I've been waiting to see what happens once the show is over.
A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world.
Again with the beach.
The beaches are nice. I get it. If I ever got a vacation, that's where I'd go.
Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean.
There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave?
Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. A single spotlight remains illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. You wordlessly step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own.
Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves.
You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Nolan, this will be you.
Took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. That whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. You'd be happy to get... Eddie...
Oh god. I'm actually gonna be sick this time.
Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up.
There's nothing here. This place is completely empty.
How do you know we're not related to Charlie?
Easily. Edwardine had more than one child, and our grandmother, Mary Bell, was the eldest. Shit. Okay, maybe I don't have a neatly constructed logical argument for why he can't be our great-grandfather, but someone would have told me. Why aren't these broken memories time-stamped? What now?
Do you repent?
Do you repent for your crimes?
Their names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore.
Maybe it's getting weaker.
You must answer for the crimes committed by your Scarlet blood.
Or maybe it's getting stronger. I hate it here. I hate it here so much.
Until you do, I cannot die.
I want to die. Please. I have to be alone in the dark for so long.
All I ask for some of your years.
To pay for the years that were taken from me.
What are you saying?
My life was stolen from me.
I want some of yours.
It's only fair.
No, it is absolutely not fair! You've gotta be kidding me! Neither one of us had anything to do with what happened to you!
The sins of the father
Are to be laid upon the children.
One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which.
Bullshit!
You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you?
I can keep you here.
And I can do whatever I want with them.
Can refuse.
But if you do,
then I will stay.
I will stay until I get what I'm owed.
Sentence has been handed down.
Make your choice.
I hope I didn't come too late. All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here.
Get us out of this pit, Sybil.
Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it.
Why is that my problem?
It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer.
You must be joking.
You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right.
Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy.
I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. You take a step towards the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder.
Casey, what are you doing?
We can't just leave the ghost here. It's irresponsible.
Sybil is right here. Please don't do this.
You wordlessly step into the spotlight. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death.
No, Casey, what happened to you? You look awful.
It's done, Tabitha. If you have any regrets, keep them to yourself.
You try and think of words to say, but you're delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts.
Come along, Casey. Let's get you home.
You quietly walk towards the stairs. Sybil lends you her arm and guides you out of the library, Tabitha trailing close behind. You're outside. It's real this time. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library, your lungs wheezing as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there.
I'm gonna go wait by the car. Just let me know when you're ready to go home.
Your cousin walks off before you get the chance to respond.
I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality, I've got a lot to ponder. Well, see ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alex.
Zane walks off down the road.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do.
How are we supposed to know it would be like that?
Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday.
But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so...
Kaneeka stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you.
Oh my god. Casey. You poor thing.
My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. Poor Rosalina.
I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing.
Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus. Girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication.
Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different from what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, never mind.
Casey, did you...
The house is clean.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to you.
So that really happened then? That ghost really took away years of your life?
I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price, and those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest.
can't believe Tabitha let you do that. It's outrageous. If anyone should have paid a price to put that ghost to rest, it should have been her. You don't even live here. You're barely even a Scarlet. It's just so unfair.
Just because I happened to make a choice, it doesn't mean that someone else should have been obligated to make it instead. It's kind of the whole point of having free will.
It doesn't make it any less unfair.
I agree. It is unfair. I did my best to sway her, and what's done is done. There's no use dwelling on things.
Kaneeka takes a deep breath and sighs.
You know, Casey, the salt and pepper look is good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad.
Kaneeka.
Sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that.
Is she okay?
I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost, and she's just standing off by herself. It'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about.
I'm gonna go talk to Stella. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella.
I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful. I don't think my dear Stella's having an easy time with it.
Oh. Hey, Casey.
I'm sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner.
I'm so sorry, Casey. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay?
She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now.
Should we go after her?
I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it would just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. And nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. That goes doubly for you, Kaneeka. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. You'd better not get any ideas either, Casey. You need time to recover.
There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. It's a pretty weird coincidence, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town, and they've been giving you visions?
This is news to me, too.
I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There will be plenty of that. There will be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Casey, if you have the time, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea, after you've had the chance to get some rest.
I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen?
You couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself.
Seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us.
Jules?
Oh, sorry. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just gonna sneak in after you.
Going to make us go in there no matter what.
You didn't put a ghost in our house. That is not on you.
I know you've both had difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here.
Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other, though none of them gave any of their years away. You can see how exhausted they are, how unsettled.
Yeah.
It was awful. Kind of fun, too, but mostly awful.
I'm pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it.
Do any of you know who you were supposed to be?
No idea.
The words just came out.
There was no context. Nothing. But there was a weird feeling. Like an overwhelming guilt.
So angry.
I was mostly just scared.
I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful.
I was just cold.
I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around.
Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her?
He also crutched a ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary.
That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay.
There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalina and I live in there.
Did he say anything else to you?
We don't need to trouble Casey for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble.
What was it like, being puppeted? They all glance away.
It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them.
Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and an exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay?
I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself.
I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory.
You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through.
We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night.
Don't be a stranger. And let us know if you need anything, Oscar.
I will. Thank you. All of you. Again.
I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well.
But...
Kaneeka, dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Casey?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Kaneeka wearily treks back to the general store.
Before I go...
Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment.
I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, and about what's happened to you. But let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Casey.
Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter.
Guess it's just the two of us now.
Do you regret coming along tonight?
I can't believe you're the one being apologetic right now. These bruises are temporary, you know. Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost?
So, you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others.
None whatsoever. But I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries.
I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles, then grabs their ribs, wincing.
Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling. And knowing we all went through it together, it makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning, when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. And, I hope you feel better soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. As soon as you get into the car, the exhaustion of the night's events overwhelms you. The ache in your bones becomes a dull throb as your body sinks into the seat, and your eyelids pull shut as if weighted by lead sheets.
We're back. Do you need me to carry you inside?
I'm fine. I can get up.
Good to know you're not entirely broken. Now, come on, let's get you to bed.
You're back inside. The chill of the night breeze is a little better here, but your legs are numb with exhaustion.
Well, we're back. I have to imagine you want to get to bed.
I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk.
Do you really have the energy to keep talking?
Why is he following me?
He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him.
Did you kill him?
He's obviously not dead, so no. Also, thanks for accusing me of murder. Love that.
Talking isn't doing much good for your condition. If you keep going, you might just collapse on the floor.
You can barely stand right now. We're getting you to bed.
You're too tired to possibly object.
Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes.
I'd like to stay in touch after this is all done.
We'll see how things go. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow.
Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. Before your thoughts can drift away to nightmarish recollections of hours past, your phone buzzes on the nightstand.
Hey, sorry I ran off earlier. Wound up in a really bad headspace. I care about you so much. So sorry you got hurt in there. Just need some time to get a handle on things. Sorry.
You can be so mean in this game. I'm gonna call her. You call Stella, but it goes straight to voicemail. Take all the time that you need. You put your phone back on the nightstand. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest at the expense of unknown years of your life. The specter of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left, a grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of a family you never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they do now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Or maybe things will only get worse from here. Episode 4 awaits. That is the end of tonight's ghost hunting. Thank you so much to my spooky actors for helping me. I got chills even though it was the second time I played it. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week for Chapter 4 of Scarlet Hollow. Have a good night, Twitch!